Today, boys and girls, we are going to work to complete two-step word problems and assess for reasonableness. So we're going to start like we always do by reading our problem together. So I'm going to ask that you keep your microphone muted, but that you follow along with me as I read, and you read out loud with me. A company has 3 locations with 70,010 employees altogether. The first location has 34,857 employees. The second location has 17,595 employees. How many employees work in the third location? So we're going to go back and we're going to read this one chunk at a time. So the very first chunk that I see is a company has 3 locations with 70,010 employees altogether. So can we draw something to represent that there are 70,010 employees altogether? Yeah, we can draw a tape diagram. So let's go ahead and draw our tape diagram. And how many locations are there? There are 3. So I'm going to go ahead and partition my tape diagram into 3 parts. They're not equal, and that's okay because we're not exactly sure if they're going to be equal or not. And then we know that altogether there are 70,010 employees. So we're going to go ahead and just label this employees. All right, so that's the first chunk. Let's read the second chunk together. The first location has 34,857 employees. Can we add something to our drawing with this new information? Yeah, we can go ahead and label one of these sections 34,857 employees. Let's read the next little chunk. The second location has 17,595 employees. Can we add something to our drawing with this new information? Yeah, now we know that the second location has 17,595 employees. The last part says, how many employees work in the third location? So if this is the first location, this is the second location, and this is the third location, this is our unknown. We want to know how much this third location, how many employees are here. So I'm looking at my diagram and I see that we know the total and we know 2 parts, but we are missing a part. There are a couple of strategies that we could use to answer this problem or to find the solution. Let's start by adding together the 2 parts that we know. So over here, we're going to add this together. Why don't you go ahead and pause the video and solve this together with me using standard algorithm, and then we'll come back together and see if we get the same answer. Okay, so when I use standard algorithm, I found that these 2 parts together are equal to 52,452 employees. Now I'm trying to find this missing part. So I know that these 2 parts together equal 52,000 and my whole equals 70,010 employees. So now I need to find out the missing part. So to find the missing part, I'm going to take the whole, 70,010 employees, and I'm going to take away the sum of these 2 parts, which is 52,452,000 employees, and I'm going to find the missing part. Again, I want you to pause the video and then come back and let's check our work together. Okay, so let's check the difference that you found. So I don't know about you, but this problem had a lot of decomposing in it. I had to decompose every single time. And as I was working through this problem, I thought, you know what? I hope my boys and girls don't get tricked right here. And when you think about these decompositions right here and why these 2 are 10 and those are 9s. So I ended up with 17,588. So now we're going to assess for reasonableness and decide if we think 17,588 is a reasonable answer here. I have some room over here. We're going to round in order to assess for reasonableness. So the whole purpose of using estimation is so that we can check every time to see that our answer is correct, But a lot of times people use estimation because it's easy and they can do it in their head. In this case, we can do it pretty easily, and then we can come back and look and see if this answer makes sense. So we're going to start with our total, which was 70,1000. So we're going to round that to the greatest 10,000, which is 70,000. And then I have 34,857. 34,857. So we're going to go ahead and round this to 35,000, and we're going to subtract 35,000 from 70,000 to see what's left. Just so happens 35,000 is half of 70,000, so we have the exact same answer. So now we're left with 35,000. So now we need to take away this second part. So 17,595 rounds to about 18,000. So let's go ahead and use subtraction to do this one. So again, we have all zeros. And I end up with 17,000. So my first answer to the question, how many employees work in the third location, is there are 17,588 employees in the third location. This is our exact answer. Does our estimated answer let us know whether or not this is a reasonable answer? Yeah, they're pretty close, right? So when we estimated, we got 17,000. Our actual answer was 17,588. Now, that doesn't mean that we didn't make a silly mistake in our addition and subtraction, but we know at least that our answer makes sense. Okay, let's try one more problem together.